What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me bring this camera up a little more. It's probably gonna do some funny stuff focusing on my face. But what is going on, everybody? This your man Dre Mac with another episode of the Blerd AF. We have an excellent show for you today. I haven't seen a lot of y'all in a while, especially on the Dre Mac show. I think I needed to take a sabbatical. I needed to take a step back. I was focusing on this film and everything. Why does I feel like that's tilted? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right. Does that look better? Does it look better? I'm actually using the brand new camera that I got. And using my other camera that I was using for my show, I'm now using for the movies now. So it takes a little bit to get this thing in focus. I know my background is sharp. It looks good. It looks good. But what is going on, everybody? Like I said, I had to take a little sabbatical for myself. I was focusing on my movie, the short film, trying to get that together. Also playing editor, playing director, cinematography, the whole nine on my first project. You know what I'm saying? So and I needed a mental health because I'm not gonna lie, man. I've been going hard in the paint, and I've taken days off for for my health and stuff like that. But for the last, I want to say 3 years, I was going hard in the paint. Going very hard in the paint, which is not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? This is just how I do. But I legitimately, and I'm not going to lie to you, I legitimately needed a break. I did. I needed a break. And this was a perfect opportunity to get that break. So, I am back. I still don't like the height of this. Hold on, because I'm looking. Y'all not seeing what I'm seeing. Now that I done, now that I turned into Antoine Fuqua around this piece, I'm looking at everything a little differently now. You know what I'm saying? I gotta look at the camera. Look at that camera. But so yeah, you know what I mean. I there was a lot that that I had going on and everything. And again, I wanted to make the best short film that I possibly can. There still was some things personally that I wish I would have did better, but it was all good. And this thing is like, you know what? I'll leave the camera right there. Just leave the camera right there. So again, I loved my experience. Actually with my camera, you know what I'm saying, going around with my camera, filming, took a nice little walk today, found out that I have a trail. Well, I know I have a trail, but I got a trail behind me. I'm like, yo, would it be dope to do a detective movie back here in this trail? Like, just thinking of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, most definitely am well rested and stuff like that. We're going to get into the show. You know what I'm saying, but I thank you guys for who has came in and who is happy I'm doing my thing. So hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gan over at the Heavy Gan channel, but you already know how I do, man. Let's go.
What does this button do?
All right. And if y'all got the notification, I was gonna start at 7:30, but I got something to do, so I'm starting it at 7 o'clock. Blue might be in. Blue is out filming right now, so Blue might be in. To go ahead and put this out here. Mika G has decided to step away from the Blerd AF. She is doing other things, so God bless her and the other things that she's doing. But for right now, it's just going to be me and Blue. So uh, if I'm not working, you know what I'm saying? This is gonna be me and Blue or me, you know what I'm saying, for right now. But God bless Mika G and her future endeavors, the things that she got planned, uh that's coming up. She's focusing more on that. So God bless her in that. Uh all right, let me see who is all in the house, man. Let me see who is all in the house. And we're gonna go ahead and get this started. What's up, Laurel? What's good? Laurel the mentor. Of course, she was on the show a couple months ago. So shout out to Laurel for coming in and watching the show. Junior Network, what's up? What's up? Michael, what's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? Xavier, Phoenix, what's good? What's good? And Tommy. Oh, yeah, yeah. And Tommy. What's up? What's up? Let me see. What's up, Sentiment MC? What's good? Professor Film Fan, what's up? What's up? What's up? Presetta, what's good? What's good? Tony Robinson, what's up? What's up? Torian Rain Reloaded, what's up? What's up? He's talking all the time in the world. That's funny. That's funny, Tony. That is. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to do a little something. That's all. What's up, Lawrence? What's up? Most definitely healthy as well. What's up, D Stizzle? I actually even I jot down some ideas, and I'm going to invest in the green screen because I wouldn't even mind. I know you guys always ask me about like comic book stuff or whatever, and I got an idea. You know what I'm saying, for like a comic book action hero that maybe I might film a short film for, like an origin story. Um, 8 to 10, like these short films doesn't have to be, it's a short film. Like Michael Jackson had a short film, you know what I'm saying, for Thriller, you know. But I even thought about like, hey, wouldn't it be neat to do a origin story for a character, and then film it, have a green screen and stuff like that. Of course you got to invest in the software for that. A lot of the software that is out here can't handle, like, if you're trying to do special effects, and I'm thinking big now. I'm thinking really big. And so I got a couple things on my mind right now that I wouldn't mind doing, a couple things. So I appreciate you guys' support. I'm saying, a lot of you guys turned up and turned out to watch it. So I really appreciate it because I was super nervous because I knew it was going to dive into a heavier subject. And a lot of, and somebody asked me, that was like, I thought, I was close. Thought you was going to shed that tear. And the only reason why I didn't, try to reshoot it and get it to that emotion, because I wanted to show how some men mask a lot of pain, even not even crying. They laugh it with laughter and jokes and stuff like that, and then they mask it with just a tone of their voice. So I wanted to kind of get that across. Not saying that a man is crying is weak, but there's men out here that have been through so much trauma, it is hard. They can't even cry because it's just too much. It's so much. They're just like, this is my reality. And if you don't understand my reality, then you will never understand me. You know what I'm saying? And needing that reassurance. So I created the character, and shout out to Mika, for performing the character for Candace the way that she did. You know what I'm saying? Because it gave that counter to all of that hardness, all of that pain and that agony, and bringing it back and making him smile. Because remember, she came in and he was making her smile, just being silly. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, man, the greatest comedians have the most pain. So, yeah, man. But again, appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys for you know what I'm saying, for checking that out. Yeah. Not trailer park. No, 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 no. You won't see no wigs. No. Yes, I do like anime. To answer your question, what's up? Is that a squirrel? Uh, no, no, I don't. No, never, never. I'm good. I will do this thing solo or throw myself out of a moving van before I do that. I'm good. I'm okay. And creating, and that's the good part, man. Creating stories is fun. I've been creating, I posted, I've done everything. I've done everything. Got it rapped, I've been in theater, you know what I'm saying? I've been on albums, did poetry, all of that. Because of my past. So because of the stuff that I grew up with. So a lot of it, was, you know, how can I turn my pain into a rose? How can I create this thing that I've been harping on for a lot of my life? How can I create something beautiful out of that? So I did poetry and stuff like that to create something beautiful out of it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful for that. Like seriously, seriously, seriously thankful for that because a lot of times you go through a lot in life. Why acerbate your or exacerbate all that energy into hurtfulness and more pain for other people and create something out of it? Take that energy and redirect that energy. And that's what I did. I redirected my energy. Got a lot of rest. Um After that, got a lot of because I needed it. I needed it. But you know, a lot of people don't do that. They don't use the stuff that that's been through them because they don't know how to redirect that energy. That's why my motto is vibe higher. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to vibrate higher. With the world the way it is now, you have to elevate your way of thinking and your vibrations, or it'll consume you. It'll allow you to it'll get you. You know what I'm saying? And don't let it get you. Hold on, let me see if I can, because I just need this on my. It still won't focus on my face, even though I got it close. This would not focus on my face for nothing. Me, no, I'm just here. I'm just a. Hold on. Maybe it's just too much in the background. Maybe it's just too much going on in the background. And it's a lot of stuff it's focusing on instead of focusing on the human being. Anyway, so yeah. Uh so 7MC, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I can appreciate that. I like the way your character opened up, but not all the way up. He was still keeping a lot of his thoughts and feelings chamber that felt authentic to me. And when I'm gonna tell you 7MC, a lot, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all, a lot of that comes from personal experience plus a lot of stories I've heard over these years. So even if you notice, um, I tried to write that character where he's still hiding. He's still hiding stuff. Even though he told a good portion of his story, there's stuff he's hiding. You know what I'm saying? And it would make it for a great part two. It would make honestly, it would make for a great rom com. A romantic comedy with because romantic comedy still has heart, it still has feelings, it still has emotion into it. So if I was to make that full length, I would start where Candace and Nico meet. I would have started it there. You know what I'm saying? Like any great rom com, start it there. Let these characters have fun. Let these characters enjoy. Let you enjoy these characters for a good half of the movie. So when the bombshells drop, and of course, since it's a short film, you know what I'm saying? I will have to change the bombshell. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't keep the same bombshell. You know what I mean? Now you're feeling the emotions from from the characters. You know what I'm saying? And how do they survive that? How does these characters, knowing what they know now, how do they survive that There could be more in depth. And sometimes when you tell somebody stuff, it's not just as cut as dry as that. I try to make it cut and dry because I wanted to show the side where a woman actually understands. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. But I wanted to show it, especially in black culture, wanted to show, that black women do understand our pain. You know what I'm saying? Some black women will sit there and be like, it don't matter. I still got you. You know what I'm saying? And it takes that emotional intimacy to open that person up. You know what I mean? So yeah, if I was to do this, I would do it, 80, 90-minute movie. I would start with, if I was to grade that, I would start it with the meeting of Nico and Candace. How did they meet? You know what I'm saying? Why is he a blessing to her life? You know what I'm saying? What has he shown her that makes her feel comfortable? So when he does open up, she's understanding. Why did he give her that? You know what I'm saying? And explore that side of it. The unspoken part. I didn't want to go into all of this, but since I'm on it, before we get into the Michael Jackson, before we get into all of that, the Comics Explained situation is coming tomorrow. That's coming tomorrow. Oh boy. And y'all know I tagged Rob in my Twitter, the Twitter thing the other day, because I don't like the bullying that's going on, especially from who's. You know what I'm saying? Eric and Ernie, y'all got smoke. Yeah, y'all already got smoke for me. Y'all really gonna catch some smoke. But yeah, we to wrap this up, when I'm looking, and this is not the first time that I've written something like this. I just never got it to put it to film. I got to do it, as a short play or something like that, because I do come from a theater background. But we are not looking at the integral part of relationships. We're looking at going out. We're looking at fun. We're looking at trauma, toxicity, all that. We never have those emotional intimacy conversations that make people comfortable. And a lot of times I even think because I'm not going to lie. Y'all know, I told y'all one of my favorite movies is Love Jones. One of my favorite movies of all time is Love Jones. I used to love black rom-com movies or black love movies. And I think that's the art that is missing. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of it, not saying that, sex is bad or anything like that. I'm not trying to be a prude or anything like that. But there's more to these relationships than just sex. There's that emotional intimacy that goes on and stuff like that to make everybody feel comfortable about opening up. Those are the conversations and stuff like that is not had in our now rom-coms. We normally look at the drama that goes on. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to become the romantic movie guy, but one thing I do know is relationships. I know relationships. So if I could make a couple of those, I would love for you guys to continue to support that, because I don't think, with all the red pill, blue pill, pink pill, orange pill, Cosby pill stuff that's going on, I don't think we're really diving into real love stories anymore. What real love is. Real love ain't going to go hang out. You just have a magic event and all of a sudden you're in love. There's conversations that need to be had that are not had. You know what I mean? So it's just that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just wanted to cover that part. I appreciate you guys for checking it out. Kiana, I gotta call you too. I ain't forgot about you, but I appreciate you. Tori, you are wild. Oh yeah, I mean, dude, I've been thinking about a detective. When I tell you I've been thinking about a detective story that I want to do. Oh man, I want to do this so bad. I want to do this detective story so bad. I do. But yeah, man, X-Man, appreciate it. Appreciate it. 100% is if he's never told that story before, ain't no way he'll tell it all in one sitting. You nailed that, in my opinion. They've got to have more dialogue like that deep in the exactly. Exactly. Professor Film Fam. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to talk about Comics Explained in the morning. Yeah, like I said, I got heat. I got heat for Ernie and Eric, boy, because this dude can't do nothing. And now he done took himself away from YouTube because of these people are bullying him, dude. And again, that's the reason why I told Ernie to say my name. Don't be no punk. You don't block me on Threads. Oh, you block me on Threads. Nah, homie, you know what's up. You know what I'm saying? You know what's up. And I got smoke. I got straight smoke. Him and Eric July. And you know I don't like Eric July. But don't punk the man. Don't continue to bully this dude when you wear a septic ring. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to bully. I don't like bullies. I put this on everything I love. I might not agree with what Rob had said. With that being said, I can do two things. I can turn it off, or I can say my piece and still support the brother. And I don't care what nobody say. Rob is still a vital part of the comic book community. I could even say Ernie is. I can say Eric July is. Because you have another another person of color talking about comic books. No matter how goofy I think this no matter how goofy I think this brother is. You know what I'm saying? He still holds a niche because he wouldn't have the following that he has if he didn't hold that niche. I just think he's a cornball. And I would say it to him in his face. I think you're a dork, cornball, goofball type dude. Period. And you trying to punk somebody because you know good and well he ain't gonna holler back at you like I would, like somebody from the streets really would. You know he not gonna do that because he has a reputation to uphold. He has standards about himself, and I can appreciate that for Rob. Whether I agree with his stance or with the whole political thing or not, I disagree. Cool. You know what I can do? Move on. I can legitimately move on because technically it's not that deep to me. Because somebody can change. Once you hear something, you can be like, you know what? Maybe I thought about that a little different, just like he said about Critical Drinker and Neurotic or whoever he was following. If you can look at that and say what we're saying and be like, you know what? They might be right. And guess what? He did start covering Black indie comics and still got punked. Now, I'm not mad at him when I cover Eric July because Eric July is tap dancing for the man. So I'm not mad at that. If you got a problem with that, I really got smoke for you. You know what I'm saying? Because even Eric July out of his own mouth said, you know what? If I wouldn't go so hard at liberals, I might be a little bit different when it comes to this comic book community. So, most definitely going to holler about this tomorrow, break up all the videos, all of that stuff. And, yeah, I just don't like bullying. I just don't. And I don't think Rob deserves that. I don't care what nobody say. I don't think Rob deserves that. Period. But anyway, yeah, it's a lot of buttery biscuit activity. A lot of butter biscuit. Kid Gravity Beyond, what's up, man? Thank you for being a member, man. Appreciate that, man. What do we got in the vault for you, man, for coming a member, man? Like, since we in the biscuit making business, let's go.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
All right. Let me see if this works. Hold on. Because I don't know it's still not focusing on my face. It's still not focused on my face. Hold on real quick. Let me see something just for a quick second, man. Hold on. Let me try to do something real quick. I can bring myself on stage. I'm about to turn off all of this stuff. Let me see. That off. Let's see if we let me see if it'll now focus on your boy. It still won't. Why is it focused on the background? Hold up, y'all. Hold up. All right, do I need to sit back here with the background and zoom in my face? Hold up. I think I might have to do that. There we go. I guess. It's still, I gotta be way back there for it to zoom in my face. That mug is crazy. This is, like I said, this is going to a new camera. Ugh. Yeah, keep that do-rag on at every roll. He said the camera got too overwhelmed. Hold on real quick. I appreciate it, NS. Thank you. Hold up. Y'all want some Zoo Rangers? Let me see if it do it now. And it's still blurry. This mug is tripping. I'm gonna have to I don't know. I'm gonna have to work around it. I'm gonna have to find out some solutions, but yeah. We gonna work it out. We gonna work it out. Cause I don't know. It feels like I'm part of the, like I'm the fake person, and the background is real, obviously, but I'm the fake person. But yeah, that's Zoo Rangers, Super Sentai. Hold on. Let me try one more thing, y'all. Working with a camera that don't wanna do right. Working with a camera don't wanna do right. Working with a camera. All right. Working with a camera. Let me see. There we go. Who's sharp now? Who's over there sharp now? There we go. Yeah, blurred. Yeah, it's blurry as. Oh. All right. Oh, y'all see the. Hold up. I think this is the first time I actually got to show y'all, like, now I can turn everything back on because I needed to change. All right, now I can turn everything back on. All right. Need to hit that gym. That's what I need to do. All right, we looking good now. What I'm talking about. We looking good. Look at all sharp. Yeah, we sharp now. I still think we sharp. All right. 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 Yo, thank you, Kiana, for being a member. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Matter of fact, since you did that, now I gotta hook you up.
Gang bang, gang bang, gang bang.
You are truly amazing.
Gang
Thank you for your super chat.
Gang bang, gang bang.
All right, all right. I think I've done Blerdy somehow tapped us here. Oh, Blerd, right. All right, well, we good now. He said the oof drifted camera hunting. All right. Now I kind of look. All right. Let me try to raise this up a little bit. All right. 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 Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the love and new memberships and stuff like that. Okay. Yo, what's up? What's up? The camera now was focusing on me. Now it's trying its hardest to focus in on me. So this is the hold up. Now I just went back to y'all see that? Hold on. There we go. There we go. Now we gotta, there we go. All right. Let's go ahead, man. You said watch this on my big screen. Yeah, I'm good now. I'm good. I think I might have to put it back at 24 frame rates per second, but I think that's cool. All right, let's get into the Michael Jackson stuff. I just spent 36 minutes on this on Powerless. And again, man, for you guys who have watched Powerless and stuff like that, I really appreciate you guys for watching that. Hopefully you understand the concepts and everything to that. Q is our robot. Thank you for becoming a member again. Let me matter of fact, you already, but you know what? Since we talking about Michael, let's go into body roll.
Super chat body roll.
I'm trying to tell you, they got to do this in this movie. I can't wait till next week. I can't wait till next week for Michael to drop. I can't. Jada Foreman, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. Now that we got the camera going, we good. We got the body roll going. Now they got to put it in the film. That's how I got to see if that's the real Marlon Jackson. He do body roll, right? All right. Let's get it to what's up, Puma Lee. It's my birthday. Happy birthday, Puma Lee. Matter of fact, because it's your birthday, and I gotta get this together. I got something for you, man. Happy birthday, Puma Lee.
I'm Black Snake. Yeah, I'm Black Snake. Black cloak, black skin. Walk the hall, they whispering. Cauldron bubble, I'm different. Dark eyes don't flinch, just glimmering. House points, man, miss me. Came from pain, they history. Same blood, they fear, they diss me. But they copy my brew, still sip me. Side eye from the portraits. Cold stone, but my soul scorched. They ain't teach where I'm from. Had to learn from the alleys and the torch. Half prince in the world they hate. Half rage in the narrow gate. Half hood in the castle gate. Hold me, never run from Black Snake. Walking through the dark. One day my hand in a X and my heart. Turn that fear to a spell, then I spark. Yeah. I've been cursed from the start. Black Snake. They talk war on the streets. I see more than they see in the tower. Drive by, man, I glide by stealth. Broomstick, bring stone, cold shower. I ain't glorified shots, that's great. That's moms in black, that's waves. Of boys that ain't make old age. So I ain't my rage at the cage. Walking through the dark. One day my hand in a X and my heart. Turn that fear to a spell, then I spark. Yeah. I've been cursed from the start. Black Snake.
All right. This dude riding on a Nimbus 2000 bucking at people was the wildest thing I've ever saw in my life. I'm not even gonna lie. It's the wildest thing that I've ever seen in my life. I'm using a Sony ZV-1F. I bought this for the film. So this is actually what I shot the film on. Is this camera. But I am using this camera now for the podcast, and I'm using my old camera for filming. Is actually the one that I actually have that I did for the podcast is actually a better one for filming. There's a better camera, so more sharp and everything. So yeah, but yeah, this looks good. This is good. So I think that's good enough. All right. I ain't gonna lie. The track is hard. The beat, that beat dope. The beat, everything is dope. But oh boy. Oh man, is that racist? We know who did it too. That's right. I ain't gonna lie. I only play it because of beat hard. I ain't gonna lie. And plus, it's happy birthday to my guy Puma Lee, man. Shout out to Puma Lee. I remember seeing Puma Lee in E-Man's chat, man, and to have him over here with me, hanging out with me, Blue, you know what I'm saying, Mika and stuff like that, man. Yo, I appreciate it. Shirley, people say, hey, look, you listen to All Rose, but I don't know what All Rose is. But I might most definitely check it out. Say, yo, listen to All Rolls by TYB. All right, I'll make sure to do it. But I ain't gonna lie, man. Dude riding a flying Nimbus bucket at people was wild. But you know what's more wild? Let's get into these first reactions to Michael. This is from the Movie Web. And I kind of want to get into this because there's been a lot of conversation about Michael. And for people saying it's the best biopic ever, I've seen people on there coming out crying, like legitimately crying, like, oh my God, this is just it's everything. It's the emotions, it's all of that. So let's get into this. Michael movie first reaction, one of the best biopics ever. Nearly 20 years after his death, Michael Jackson's life and career are getting the big screen bio treatment in a new Michael movie. Directed by Antoine Fuqua and written by John Logan, the film finds Jafar Jackson, who is Michael Jackson's real-life nephew, taking on the challenge to star in a retelling of his uncle's story. The film follows Jackson through his early career with his family in the Jackson 5 during the 1960s and 70s before transitioning to a long run as a solo artist, specifically with the hits albums Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad. The film has been the subject of some controversy ahead of its release, as Jackson's daughter Paris has spoken out about not being involved in the process and certain inaccurate story tales, which I'm going to just say this. I'm going to just be honest. By Tabati. Okay, I got you. But I'm gonna tell you like this. Paris wasn't around when Michael was a little chocolate. I'm just saying. I don't know the conversations that Michael had with his daughter, but if Blanket and Prince is on board, why isn't Paris on board? Does she feel like she's being left out or something? I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know. He says it's inaccurate story details, which again, he said Mike bought those babies cash. My thing is that Michael does have a book. You know what I'm saying? That actually told a lot of his story. I think Moonwalker. I think that's the name of the book. And it takes he tells his own story. So if we could always pinpoint the inaccuracies based on what Michael has said himself in interviews and in his own biography. But again, where was she? Was she an embryo? I don't know. Christian Key, what's up? Was she an embryo? I don't know. I don't think she was around for the darker times, Michael. She was in for the other stuff, but not for that part. So all right, which have been thoroughly detailed over the years. Even so, early trailers have teased an exciting visual and musical spectacle for one of the best-selling musical artists in history. And anticipation is building to see what the team has delivered. My thing is but the thing about Michael Jackson to make Michael Jackson, so I think so. I want to say magical, but that makes Michael who he is for one, he is one of the rare black men to go into that industry and actually die. I'm talking about there's nobody that could touch Michael Jackson. Beyonce, I love you. You're not Michael. Taylor Swift, you're not Michael Jackson. There's no artist, Chris Brown, Usher, whoever you throw out, they're not Michael Jackson. I grew up with Michael. I remember Michael with the afro. I remember Michael with the curl. I remember when his curl caught on fire. There's nobody like Michael Jackson. Nobody on earth. I used to watch, I remember watching television and the Michael when he came out with like almost like the glittery military blue jacket and he was meeting with Ronald Reagan or whatever. I was a kid growing up with that. He was the if we're comparing black and white, the Beatles had their fans, Michael had his, and he surpassed the Beatles. And then you also got to remember this. Michael was smart in business. I don't think people really understand when you're a black man in that industry and business, you don't talk about Tony Mottola like that if you ain't got the cachet to talk about Tony Mottola, or a lot of people at Sony and stuff like that. This dude literally bought the Beatles anthology under Paul McCartney while recording Say, Say, Say and the Girl Is Mine. Y'all got to remember that. Michael was a shrewd, he was how we should be in business. He was a shrewd operator. And then he turned around and bought half of Sony's catalog. Half. He owned half of every Sony artist that they had. Half. You don't operate business like that. And you're a billion. This dude is y'all don't understand how rich Michael Jackson was. Michael Jackson's kids would never go broke. They would never go broke. Never. Because he was too smart in business. And I was watching this documentary about the Victory Tour. Because, of course, the Victory Tour started in Kansas City at Arrowhead Stadium, home of the Chiefs, former Super Bowl champs. You know what I'm saying? We go get back there. But Michael fired his daddy and damn near everybody who was incompetent because he was like, it ain't about like when he was talking about the Victory Tour and stuff like that. People forget Michael Jackson took the heat, not Jermaine, which I'm just now finding out that Jermaine Jackson did a song. Hold on. Oh, matter of fact, let me go find the song real quick. But because I was listening to it, I was like, oh my God, I did not know that. Called You Like Me, Don't You? That was actually the sample for Summer Breeze by DJ Quick. And I just now figured that out. I was like, oh my God. But anyway, Jermaine did take the hit, Marlon did take the hit, Jackie did take the hit, Tito did take the hit, Randy did take the hit. Who took the hit for all them inflating the ticket sales and all of that? Now the ticket sales were $30, which is equivalent to probably $200 right now. And they were like, hey, we helped you get to where you at, the black audience, and your tickets is that much so people can't see it. That's why Michael donated all of his proceeds to charity and gave away tickets to underprivileged people, people and stuff like that could not see his artistry on full display, and did the majority of his songs. You know what I mean? So Michael had to operate business in a different way. He had to, because he took the brunt of the heat. Jermaine didn't take the brunt of that heat. He was using that heat to press back the size of his hair. You know what I'm saying? But that You Like Me Don't You is fire though. It's a fire track. But yeah. So you have to understand there's a lot more to Michael. Michael Jackson literally was getting extorted left and right by anybody who wanted to get some money, because the dude had the heart. In the interview that he had, I think this interview was with the FBI. Again, Michael Jackson wasn't he was accused of a lot of stuff, didn't find a lick, didn't find a glitter sprinkle, you know what I'm saying, a glittery hair from his balls, nothing on no kids. But they knew how generous he was, because he legitimately used the Bible when it says be childlike in your joy and your thought process and stuff like that. He literally thought like that. That's why he was so childlike. He was trying to enjoy himself in the midst of all the hell people were causing him on the outside, trying to get a piece of Michael Jackson, the former owner of the Patriots. Tried to his money on Michael Jackson, on toys, merchandise, the tour, all of that. Because why? They wanted a piece of Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was the hottest thing coming around. Pepsi wanted a piece of Michael Jackson. And what did it cost Michael Jackson? What did Pepsi cost Michael Jackson? It was like, dude, I don't even drink this stuff. I'm a vegetarian. And he burnt his scalp because somebody wanted another take when they already had a good take. You see what I mean? For something he didn't want to even be a part of. And literally, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Parents didn't go through that. Parents knew about that. Parents didn't go through that. Neither did Prince, neither did Blanket. So when someone says, oh, well, you know, it's some details that's missing. How do you know? They stop at the bad tour. From what I understand, this biopic, the first half, because from what I understand, this is the first half of the biopic, stops at bad. Baby, you wasn't even born yet. You came around the history tour. You wasn't born yet. You see what I mean? So it's a lot. But anyway, I didn't got on the rant because I am a Michael Jackson fan. I am a Michael Jackson fan. And I'm not going to be like I was a Mystical fan. And I said was until the real details came out. You know what I'm saying? I was an R. Kelly fan until the details came out. The video came out. And they ain't got nothing like that on Mike. That's all I'm saying. Dude dedicated himself to entertaining people. He dedicated his life to that. And for that, I gotta give him props. I don't care what nobody say. Anyway, movie critics and reporters have shared their first reactions to Far Jackson's Michael on social media. Many of them describing the picture in glowing terms. Screen Rant's Liam Crowley said that while we go to the movie, season a few songs that were recreated to perfection, noting that it makes you smile where it wants to and wince where it needs to. He gave specific praise to Kobe Domingo and hyped the idea of watching the movie with a big audience. That hashtag shows Hunter Bolden celebrated two absolute smasher performances by Jackson to Domingo, but also felt the ending leaves a bit to be desired. However, he deemed the film fascinating and fit into the greatest entertainer of our time. The credit Simon Thompson called Jackson's performance flawless, saying he was 100% convincing while playing his uncle. Highlighting the attention to detail and the recreations of iconic moments, Thompson praised the script for its drama and playful levity. The hashtag show editor-in-chief Junior Felix went even further, hailing Michael as one of the best music biopics he has ever seen. He offered major praise for Jackson and Domingo,
proclaiming the film is a must-watch. Entertainment Affair teased a visual striking and emotional charged look at Jackson's life, powered by an uncanny performance with the singer's nephew. Discussing film manager, editor Andrew Salazar gave the filmmakers credit for not being interested in doing an easy recreation of Mike MJ's life. He also noted that they genuinely capture how MJ was deeply lonely, was a deeply lonely individual, putting his flaws front and center along with nobler qualities. These reviews come after much of the original ending for Michael Jackson was scrapped and reshot, which seemed to be a good decision considering the largely positive early reaction. After the mixed reviews garnered by recent musical biopics like Bohemian Rhapsody and Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, Lionsgate appears to have cracked the formula, touching on the dark times of Jackson's life while celebrating his successes. How it would land with general public is still unknown, but these reviews seem to indicate the studio could have a major hit on his hands. And again, that's why I can see a part 2 coming. So yeah, that is some of the things that we have heard about the Michael biopic. What do you guys think? Do you think that this is going to be a masterpiece, $1 billion film? I think we've talked about that. You know, $1 billion film, all of that, man. Put it in the comment section below and let me know, you know, what you guys think about this. Again, for me, there's a few things that for myself that I gotta see. Body roll is one of them. Yeah, I said it, body roll. I gotta see if Marlon Jackson, whoever plays him, pulls it off. Live in Kansas City. I gotta see it. Body roll. Gotta see it. Body roll. Gray, I gotta see it. Body roll. What's up to Gray? One of the admins. Gotta see it. The second thing that I do want to see, I want to see the family dynamic. I do want to see if they're really going to touch on how the bickering and arguing between his brothers happened. I wonder especially during that victory tour, and how, you know, they even had to get a nutritionist in for Michael Jackson because he was losing weight and stressing so bad and wanted to distance himself away from his brothers. That, you know, going to, let's be honest, it made Jermaine feel a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta see it. I gotta see it. I have to see it. You know what I mean? I gotta see it. But yeah, I do want to see what they do on that. I do want to see what they do on that. And make sure you guys, I want to say this too. Make sure your guys are checking in Tina Locklear, because she's at CinemaCon and she's going to be giving her kind of her heads ups and stuff like that on that. I like the New Edition story. I did. It ain't nothing like a big screen performance. Like Straight Outta Compton, dog. Straight Outta Compton was dope to me. But there's a lot of stuff, lot of stuff that had to be taken out of there for obvious reasons, but there was a lot of stuff that had to be taken out of there. But yeah, but again, man, what do you guys think, man? Put it in the comment section and let me know. Let me see. Let me go back because I gotta check something real quick. Let me see. Okay, let's get into some Black Panther news. And again, I'm not gonna hold you guys that long. So there's news that Black Panther 3 has been delayed. And for what I've heard, or what has been out there in Rumorville, Temptations was good though. Temptations was good. I mean, 5 Heartbeats, and that's not even real. I'm not really into. I'm gonna be honest. I'm into musicals, depending on what the musical is. Put it more like that. And you know, the 5 Heartbeats, Dreamgirls. I think I'm one of the rare males that absolutely loves Dreamgirls. I think that is a excellent movie. And then Eddie Murphy, Jamie Foxx, Beyonce. I'm talking about did Jennifer Hudson. There was, oh my god. Am I the only dude that, like, put it in the comment section and put I'm the only one. But put a 1 if I'm the only one. Put a 2 if you like it. Because I gotta be the only dude that likes Dreamgirls. But I love I don't like it. I love Dreamgirls. Love that movie. Love the movie. That's an excellent movie. I gotta be one of the rare men that like that. Don't laugh at me. Jimmy got sold. Jimmy got sold. Man, that movie is good. That movie is good. I'm sorry. That movie is good. Yeah, okay. I'm not the only one. Okay. All right. I don't want to feel like I'm the only dude to sit around and watch Dreamgirls and a little flicker. Cause I ain't gonna lie, it's a little. I'm a thug though, but a little bit comes to the eyes on Dreamgirls. I'm not gonna lie. It's a good movie. That is a good movie. All right. Marvel Studios delays the MCU's third saga. Let's get into some Black Panther 3 news. The MCU's well-oiled machine just hit a slight speed bump, shifting the timeline in its third saga. Marvel Studios recently adjusted its post-Secret War schedule, effectively removing the initial February 18, 2028 release date from its slate. So, no Black History, but Black film. Yay! And I just want to say this before I go any further. Well, let me say that before I go any further. Let me just say this. Let me say this. The MCU has been kind of good lately. Let me explain. After the disaster of Captain America movie, I honestly feel like the later slate of movies have been the latest slate of movies and television shows have actually been solid since then. Solid to fantastic. And I'm going to say this. Daredevil Born Again season 2 have been fantastic. Fantastic. That is what I want. That's actually what I would want from a live action Batman film, is what I'm getting in Daredevil season 2. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I did not think that Daredevil season 2, Born Again season 2 was going to be this good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think it was going to be this good. It has been fantastic. Fantastic. Y'all might disagree with me, but I'll take that on the chin. It's been fantastic. Thunderbolts is a really good movie. Did not have the fanfare because of who is in it. Not necessarily super comic accurate, or it doesn't even matter anymore, because we know that. But it's been absolutely fantastic. I mean, it was a fantastic movie. I don't care. It was a really good movie. Really good movie. It dealt with some deeper issues, and I could get behind that. Fantastic Four was a solid movie. It wasn't whack. I seen whack. She-Hulk whack. You know what I mean? It was good. Yeah, season one, because you could tell when the Netflix people came back in. When the Disney people was in, you could get a tonal switch, all that. Season 2, oh my God. It's been good. Really good. And, remember I took that when I went to Comic-Con last year and I seen Mike Coulter and he was like, yeah, Marvel got to call me. I was like, you already got the call. You just ain't going to tell me. And with good reason. You know what I mean? You ain't supposed to tell me. You don't know me. You know what I'm saying? But then bring it back. All the Defenders, which I'm so surprised that, they brought back Finn, which all Finn had to do was actually go study martial arts. They come back to us later. And you know what I mean? Come back to us later. Wonder Man. Wonder Man was really good. Even though I did not like the ending or whatever, it still was a solid. If you take out the superheroes, well, you can't really because it's part of that. But to tell that portion of a story, their own created, like Blue say, Simon, Marcellus Williams, you know, it was good. I can't hate that. I can't hate it. Whether I like the race swaps or whatever, they told a damn good story. Story-wise. You know what I mean? They told a damn good story. I can't hate that. You know what I'm saying? I can't hate that. So they've been good. We got Spider-Man getting ready to come up. You know, we got the Punisher. If it's done by the Netflix people, that Punisher might be hard. You know what I'm saying? That Punisher might be hard. You know what I mean? So, you said I got a deduct point for the botched White Tiger. You talking about in the first one, or the first season, or the second season? Yeah, Finn Jones better. Yeah, he man. See, Malik had to go and study martial arts. Yeah, man. Finn Jones better be on it. You know what I'm saying? And he said he want a second chance. I want to see the second chance. I want to see the second chance. Yo, you said the first thing. They've done a lot better with White Tiger. With this I can't think of the young lady who's playing. With the way they're setting up the White Tiger in season 2, way better than what they did in season 1. Season one is okay because you could tell when it was the Disney people, you could tell when it's the Netflix people. So yeah, and the Punisher, I think that's gonna be dope. I think that's gonna be super dope. I think that's gonna be dope, especially the tone that they're setting right here. Everything that they did with Bullseye in episode 4. But I'm going. Let me stop because I'm going on a tangent, and somebody's gonna watch this rewatch and be like, "Stick to the subject, buddy." All right. This slot was originally reserved for Black Panther 3, but the sequel has reportedly been pushed back 5 months to July 2028. July 28, 2028. Because the February date is no longer in play, the third saga is not expected to commence on May 5th, 2028, with a currently unannounced mystery project taking the lead. This shuffle officially delays the start of the next chapter for nearly 3 months. And I hope with this extra time, let's be honest, I hope with this extra time, they recast T'Challa, son of T'Chaka. You already got Haitian Simon Williams. Go get Brother Voodoo while you at it. He Haitian too. Go get me T'Challa. Again, and as I'm with you, I'm not hyped for this until I see and literally until I see a recast of T'Challa. Now I want to put this in the chat because I was thinking about this and I was going to bring this up to Blue. Because the Russos are going to get the first crack at T'Challa, of the new T'Challa. So my question is, and I'm going to put it oh God, now I can't. Oh, okay, because I had the caps on. That's probably why. The new T'Challa. Hold on. So I'm putting this in the I'm putting this out there for you guys to check out. Because you already know they're going to have the first crack at T'Challa. And it wouldn't surprise me if Ryan Coogler, now that he has an Oscar, now that he actually has some hardware under his belt for Sinners, say we're still sticking with T'Challa Jr. Let's say for the sake of argument. But the Russos just call him T'Challa. Don't even say anything about T'Challa Jr. Give a backstory. Basically, do the Peter Parker treatment that they did in Spider-Man Homecoming. Would you guys be on board? Put a 1 in the chat for yes, 2 for hell no. So I'm not with it. Say I'm not with it. So I'm gonna leave that down here. But y'all let me know what you guys think in the chat. Yeah, a little hardware under it. That don't even sound right. Paul, y'all be making stuff just sound like but of course you already know I'm recast T'Challa. 129%. But I want to hear what you guys got to say. Put it in the chat, let me know. All right, the Multiverse Saga is set to reach its grand finale with Avengers Secret Wars on December 17, 2027. While the first film in the MCU's next chapter was supposed to premiere just about 2 months after, Marvel Studios' readjustment means fans will have to wait a little longer. The new roadmap will now feature 5 confirmed release dates across 2028 and 2029. The updated calendar for the third saga currently looks like this: May 5th, 2028, July 28, 2028, December 15th, 2028, May 4th, 2029, July 13th, 2029. And it wouldn't surprise me if May 5th, 2028 is X-Men. Y'all like, hell no. Hell no. I need that button. I need the hell no button. Pick number 2, my lord. But, yeah. 2, T'Challa, not your child. I just wanted to hear what y'all got to say, because it is a strong possibility that they might do that, especially if they do some timeline wobbly stuff, but just throwing that out there, that might be a possibility. All right, but that wouldn't surprise me if X-Men wasn't May 5th, because that could be a big summer blockbuster followed by Black Panther, which is following in July. People gonna be coming out. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, the casual fans that like Black Panther is gonna go see that, especially if they recast T'Challa, especially if they go with the recast. All right, confirmed projects happening in the MCU's third saga, Black Panther 3. All right, Black Panther 3 is the most concrete entry on the list for Phase 7 projects. Ryan Coogler is attached to write and direct the threequel, continuing his run as one of the few MCU filmmakers to build a trilogy. Oscar winner Denzel Washington is confirmed for an undisclosed role after he let the news slip himself during press for Gladiator 2 in late 2024. Now we're looking at 4 years since that presser. Letitia Wright, Shuri, and Winston Duce and Baku are both expected to return, with both characters playing major roles in Avengers Doomsday as well, setting the stage for whatever direction the franchise takes next. No plot details have been revealed, but the film is expected to be among the first projects out the gate in Phase 7, as it takes the July 28th, 2028 slot. All right, Marvel Studios' first proper X-Men movie is one of the most anticipated projects in the entire MCU. Thunderbolts director Jake Schreier is confirmed to helm the film, with Hunger Games writer Michael Leslie writing the script. Story details are tightly guarded, but Cyclops and Jean Grey are expected to be the face of the team, with characters like Gambit, Road, Nightcrawler, Beast, and Angel potentially rounding out the roster. Mr. Sinister is reportedly under consideration as the primary villain, which still hasn't been done. The movie will arguably be the most important film in the next saga. In the Avengers Doomsday, we'll see several Fox-era mutants, including Ian McKellar's Magneto, Patrick Stewart's Professor X, James Marsden's Cyclops, Alan Cummings' Nightcrawler, Rebecca Romijn's Mystique, and Channing Tatum's Gambit making their MCU proper debut. Doomsday and Secret Wars will be transitioned to the Mutant Saga. Since this next phase of the MCU is expected to be the center of the X-Men, a 2028 release for their debut feels like a natural fit. The December 15th slot currently stands as the most likely candidate for the mutants to take the spotlight. I think a summer blockbuster with the mutants will be better. My personal opinion. All right, Shang-Chi 2. The sequel to Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is still alive. Simu Lee confirmed that the project remains in development, and director Destin Daniel Cretton, who has been focused on Spider-Man Brand New Day, is now free from that commitment. With Wonder Man also being behind him, the path is a bit clearer now. Lou will appear in Avengers Doomsday, which could provide the springboard the sequel needs. No plot details are confirmed, but questions surrounding the Ten Rings signal, Xiangling's criminal empire, and what attached the signal into space remains unanswered. All of that unfinished business gives the sequel plenty of material to work with. Armor Wars, this is still going on, is beyond surprising to me. The few MCU projects have had a longer role with than Armor Wars. Originally announced as a Disney Plus series in 2020, the Don Cheadle-led project was repurposed into a feature film in 2022, with Cheadle still attached as James Rose and Yasser Lester still on board as writer. The story draws from a classic Iron Man comics run with comics run written by David Michelini and Bob Layton, centered on War Machine grappling with Stark technology falling into the wrong hands. No director has been publicly announced, and the project has been unusually quiet since its format changed, but it remains in official development. Given how much the project has struggled, it's hard to tell how soon it happens, but Phase 7 is a likely destination. I don't think any of those films happen, but that's me personally. Of course, it leads us to Blade and Doctor Strange, Thor 3. I don't want to read all of these. Midnight Suns, Young Avenger. I don't want to read all of these. But let's get into the Blade part, and we can just leave it at that. Few MCU projects have had a more turbulent path than Blade. Announced at San Diego Comic-Con in 2019 with Mahershala Ali attached, the film went through multiple writers, 2 directors, a couple of release dates before Disney pulled it from its 2025 schedule entirely. Kevin Feige confirmed in July 2025 that Ali remains attached and the project is still in development, with the story now set in the modern day, where the early period piece direction was abandoned, obviously because of Sinners. Let me see. Ali himself had been vocal about the readiness for the project. However, despite all the uncertainty, the project hasn't been officially canceled. It could happen in more the MCU's third saga. And of course, Doctor Strange 3, Thor 5, Fantastic Four 2, Ryan Reynolds' next Deadpool, X-Men team up, Midnight Suns, or Young Avengers are reported to be a part of this. So, you know, as far as the T'Challa news, again, or I'm glad it's getting pushed, but y'all let me know. You know, should with this extra 5 months, should they recast T'Challa? You know, what could they do? And if they do go with T'Challa, TJ, T'Child, the bastard, how do you think they should introduce him? Put in the comment section below and let me know what you guys think. I'm going to take, you know, a quick commercial break, but I'm going to be right back with more of the Blerd AF. I'll be right back.
We'll be right back. It's just your mama's raisin butter biscuits. That's all it is.
Not my mama biscuits.
Whoop de doo.
Take a love to a biscuit, man.
Whoop de doo.
Okay,
Okay, so what happened is one time Randy Beeman went on a trip with his dad, and they picked up a lady who wanted to ride home, and this was in Kansas. And she sat in the back seat, and when they got where she wanted to go, they turned around and she was gone. And Randy Beeman's dad talked to the man who lived there and told him what the lady looked like. And the man said, "Oh, that's my wife, but she died 4 years ago." Spooky, huh? Okay, bye.
Whoop-dee-doo.
Taste the biscuit, taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce, taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Get your honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes on my chicken wings.
Whoop-dee-doo.
Good idea. Visiting the circus. Bad idea. Having the circus visit you.
We now return to the Transformers.
I know good and well I'm gonna get hit with a copyright strike for that because I didn't think it was that long. I did not think it was that long. Okay, damn. All right. It's not supposed to be a long version of that. All right. Let's you said introduce the child as Wino hanging out of Annie the orphan. Yeah. Because I'm not just because I like what you did on one thing doesn't mean I agree with you on another thing. You know what I'm saying? Some I didn't have people stop fooling with me because of that whole taste of biscuits thing that I did for Ryan Cougar. Sorry. Sorry. Anyway. All right. Let me get to the last thing, and I think that was the Doomsday talk that we had. Yeah, Doomsday test screening. So let me check that out real quick, and then I'm gonna get you guys up out of here, man. Let me get you guys up out of here, man. Again, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Oh God, I hate when it does this. It makes you this thing be actually trying to make you open up a whole new tab. Taste the biscuits, taste the goodness of the biscuits. Hold on. Whoop-dee-doo. All right, let me see. All right, reports. Let me see. What do I want to look at? Do I want to look at Yahoo? Yeah. So let's get into this last story real quick before I get you guys up out of here. And I got to get out of here soon anyway. So this is Avengers Doomsday is reportedly in test screenings. A rumor claims is getting this thrilling feedback. All right, let's see what the feedback is. Let me see. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is always expanding, thanks to titles arriving in theaters and streaming with Disney Plus subscriptions. Arguably, the most highly anticipated upcoming Marvel movie is the Russo brothers' Avengers Doomsday, which is arriving this December. A new rumor claims that that the movie is already having test screenings, including a bold claim that that's how it's performing. What we know about the Avengers Doomsday has been limited, so there are countless rumors and theories about what might happen when it's finally released. The Doomsday cast is stacked, and fans who spent years watching the Marvel movies in order are curious about how they'll interact. A report from Scooper MTTS made a wild claim about how the blockbuster tested in a post that reads, Marvel Studios held a private screening of the post-reshoots version of Avengers Doomsday for Kevin Feige and select staff, and they were very pleased with it. Some even calling it the best Marvel movie yet. While that's quite a claim, there's been plenty of excellent MCU movies over the years, including mega hits like Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Black Panther, and the Avengers Endgame, which because the highest grossing movie of all time. If Doomsday is somehow the greatest installment in the shared universe, then we must be in for a treat this winter. And only reason why I say I if it's only coming for people that are watching this that are staffers. I also had somebody who said that whatchamacallit was one of the greatest films, that The Flash was one of the greatest movies of all time too. That movie was not nowhere close. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. Of course, we should take this rumor with a grain of salt for the time being. After Doomsday reshoots are reportedly Doomsday reshoots are reportedly happening, so the movie isn't actually finished. Still, is an encouraging update that is sure to make anticipation for a blockbuster even higher. I don't care about Disney Plus's thing. The pressure is definitely on for Avengers Doomsday to deliver and hopefully bring audiences to the theaters like the Russo brothers' last two movies. The MCU has been has some struggles post Endgame, with Eternals failing to resonate with audience and the Marvels bombing at the box office. But audiences love the Russo's Marvel projects, and the Avengers movies usually gets butts in seats thanks to their implication over the entire shared universe. The Russos do have a stacked track record with Marvel, so this rumor doesn't feel impossible. But we will have to wait a few more months to see how that ends up ranking it overall. MCU, no pressure. All will be revealed when Avengers Doomsday hit theaters on December 18th as part of this 2026 movie release. Dang, that's coming this year? Dang. Man, it's coming quick. The Russo's brothers would then work on his sequel, Secret Wars, so there's plenty of crossover action to look forward to. And that's the end of that story. Not me. Again, personally, I don't know. I don't know. As far as like the best Marvel film ever, I don't know if I could buy that. I don't know if I could buy that because that's anticipation, hope and expectations is a killer of progress. So personally, I'm gonna be honest, I want to see what happens first. But I don't know. I just don't know yet. I want to know, but I don't know. I do. I want to know. And the only reason why I'm saying this is because there has been some hits. There's also have been a lot of misses. So, I mean, Blue's not here. Blue doesn't care about Feige and what he has going on. But I do agree that the Russo brothers are some of the best directors for these big ensemble movies like the Avengers movies. They are. And it's kind of like what we were talking about the Netflix shows. Hold on. Excuse me. These Doritos, boy, be hitting different. But I don't know. It just seems to me that I have to look at it like this. The Netflix shows of Daredevil have been amazing. So when the Netflix people came back and you see, what they've done, I'm telling you, it's so that gives me hope. That gives me hope. Destin Daniel Cretton, give me hope. He gives me hope. With the Spider-Man project, it gives me hope. So I'm not saying I'm not. I got to see more. Of course, my boy Cyclops is back. James Morrison, he's back. There's a lot of other people back. I just when it came to the big, I mean, Thunderbolts was. I like Thunderbolts. I really did. There's some memorable moments in Thunderbolts. There is. Is it one of the greatest movies I've ever seen? No, but there's still memorable moments in Thunderbolts. There was some good stuff that I liked in Fantastic Four. There's been really great stuff that I liked in Daredevil, and I can't wait for the Punisher too. So I'm not saying it can't happen, but what if the MCU took the tone of the Netflix series? Like legitimately took that tone. But they can't because they got friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, stuff like that. So I don't know. But we will see. But what do you guys think? Are you guys excited about Avengers Doomsday that I did not know was coming in 8 months? We're 8 months away. I'm excited for Michael. That comes next week. I already got my ticket in. I'm off on the 22nd. I'm gonna cry. I already know I'm gonna cry in this movie. I cried at the on This Is It. Because it was right after Michael died. Oh, This Is It hits differently. That was right after Michael died. So Dre, do you watch Minart? Oh, Legacy of Monsters? Oh yeah. I haven't caught up with the last, I think, episode. I literally, let me see. I started The Boys. We got Daredevil. I was, watching Monarch Legacy of Monsters. I'm a big Godzilla fan. You know what I'm saying? So I do need to, as a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna watch that tonight. So yeah. I know. Thank God I don't work at Hollywood. I'm not saying I doubt them. I'm not saying that. It's just I don't want it to be just a cameo fest. I don't want it. This is I think, and I wish Blue was here because I think he'll understand where I'm coming from. I don't want it to be Ready Player One. If you understand what I mean by Ready Player One. What I want, what's up, Kendall? What I want is a good story to interweave all of this, all of these connective stories together. But I need heart. I need people to die because a lot of these people don't want to come back at all. Period. They're from the past. They're from our past. I'm cool with that. Ready Player One is not a 9 out of 10. No. Ready Player One is okay. It's just a cameo. What I mean by that is a cameo fest. That's what I mean by that. I don't want it to be a cameo fest. I just don't want it to be that. So the story of Ready Player One is stupid. The visuals, there's some visuals in there that are good, but Ready Player One's story is dumb. It's dumb. That is a dumb story. But I just think that's just where I'm at. I'm looking forward to it, but I don't want to get my expectations so super high. I just don't want my expectations so super high, and I'm like, especially with the whole T'Challa, it's really it hinges on a couple things. It hinges on how they treat the X-Men in this. The Boys has been excellent too. I haven't watched Invincible since season 2. Since he got it on with that alien. I made an alien baby. But I need to finish it. But I don't know. I just don't want my hopes to be up. Okay, yeah. T'Challa, two things that hinges on it. T'Challa and how they treat these X-Men characters going out. Let these people, I hate to say it, let them die. Let these people die fighting for a new beginning and their rebirth in into new, recasted people like they should do with T'Challa. I'm just saying. Let Sadie, if Sadie Sink is supposed to be Jean Grey, let her be a younger Jean Grey. This I can't think of her name. I'm looking at her face. Let her be the younger version of that. He's dead, Jim. So so not saying I'm not excited. Not saying that I just don't want to be disappointed. I think I'm more concerned about being disappointed than anything. I think that's where I'm at. I just don't want to be disappointed. I want to have fun. I want to have fun in the theater. I don't want to hear about no woke this and all of that. I don't care about none of that. I just want to go watch do superhero things, and tell a great story, and then go home satisfied that I watched something worth watching, in the theater. That's it. That's all. I don't want it to just be cameo fest just for the sake of being cameos. They got to play an integral part in the process of the story. I didn't even like the cameo fest of Deadpool Wolverine. I did not like it. I enjoyed it. I got excited, but some of those people served no purpose before a fight scene. And just to say, yeah, they forgot about us. I wasn't even born. I was in my daddy's, what he was saying, like, dude, that's weird. So yeah, that's it. That's it. But you guys tell me. You tell me what you guys think, you know what I'm saying, in the comment section below about all of this stuff, man. But I gotta start wrapping stuff up. I was going to try to wait on Blue. You can tell I haven't been on in a while. My voice is starting to give out already. But y'all tell me, y'all let me know what you guys think, man. Put it in the comment section below and let me know what you guys think. But again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to Blues House, about House Live. He probably got Blues news coming up. You know what I'm saying? Got some things coming in the pipeline, so make sure you're checking out Blues House Live. And of course, you already know I'll be back in the morning with the Dre Max Show. I'm done resting. The 7th day he rose. Not saying I'm Jesus. I'm Alejandro. And I need to come back. All right, man. I'm gonna get you guys up out of here, man. Thank you for watching this on the replay. I appreciate you guys. Peace and vibe power, man. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Let's go ahead, man. Let's kick this outro out, man. Let's go.